Right, so we come to the Crown Court of Right Reason. Okay. And we wish to consolidate everything, absolutely everything, on this Westminster car crash. Now, it is interesting that the media, the government and the police cannot win with this one. If the general public as a populace were awake, all these fake events would disappear in one instance on this particular case of this man crashing into a barrier. You see, the police and the media are in shit street. Either way. In the sense that if this is a fake event, they're in shit street. If this is a true event, they're in shit street. They can't win. Let us explain from this footage.
Show you these latest pictures, which are BBC pictures from an aerial camera, I'm told. And we're watching this for the first time, as you are. Now that would appear to be the actual car as it crashes into the barriers outside the House of Lords. I wonder if we can see that again. So these are new BBC pictures, aerial footage. You can see again, highlighted, the silver Ford Fiesta. Going across two roads and then down into that particular channel towards the House of Lords, where it then crashes into the barrier.
Right. The commentator doesn't say anything about cyclists. She doesn't say, oh yes, we can see cyclists or pedestrians hit and are lying in the road. And they cut the footage off here. Why? What they don't want us to see? Why not just carry on from your helicopter giving us the footage? Now, let's take it in the first instance, okay? Let's say this was a real event. Let's just go along with those that say this is a real event. First of all, there's no cyclists on the ground in the middle of the road. Setting that aside, where is the vehicle at this present time? Well, it's hit a barrier, they say. Okay. How did he hit the barrier? There's a drawback. He's here. Now, let us imagine it's you and I in this car. Okay? We've come through, then we're going to, through one set of traffic lights, we're going to come through these pigging set of traffic lights. And we're confused as to this pigging layout. And we're going to go down here past the Houses of Parliament, as we are doing in our car, driving past the Houses of Parliament. Okay? And then what happens? We get confused. How many pigging times have we gone along a road and got confused about road layouts? Hey?
As you are.
Why read into a thing as though it's an attack? Here he is. And then what?
Then that would appear to be...
I took the wrong pigging turning, now I'm going to try and get onto the right turning to go down this pigging road here, down Millbank. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm driving along my automobile, bothering nobody, there's no cyclists on the ground. There's nobody been affected. I'm just a normal, everyday driver in a real life situation. And I've messed up, and I think I've corrected myself now.
The actual
Okay.
car.
Oh shit. I've taken the wrong pissing turning. Oh frigs. I should have carried on. Smack, I've bust me front of me picking car. Alright. But I'm just driving past. Look, Parliament's there. I am here. I'm driving past. Can't you accept this, ladies and gentlemen? That I'm simply driving past. I've hurt nobody. I've interfered with no bugger. I'm just a bit doolally. I just messed up. But what pigging follows? I tell you what, it's a pigging outrageous what follows. Because I am on my way past Parliament, driving past Parliament. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, I am passing Parliament. And I've simply made the wrong turn. What frigging happens? The police turn up and shove a frigging gun in my face. How dare they? How dare they? They don't say, how are you? Do they? They don't say, well, ring a phone ambulance to have you checked over at the hospital. Are you injured? Do you feel alright? Any pain anywhere? No, they shove a pigging gun in your face. And then handcuff you. Because you've simply made a pigging mistake. And taken the wrong sodding road. They handcuff you, take you away. That's gross misconduct in public office for one. Assault and battery for another. Intimidation for another. The police could be sued to high heaven for their conduct in this. And then what happens? Well, you're getting out of the pigging car and the media's standing there. All parked up with the vans, satellite vans in the pigging lot. And they're declaring you're a terrorist. That's defamation. So come on then, you that believe that this is a real event, you must go along with this. Because it could be you in this vehicle passing Parliament. If he was attacking Parliament, he would have tacked up here, and especially with the officer standing at the pigging gates. But he's not. He's doing like the rest of the pigging vehicles. He's passing Parliament.
As it crashes into the barriers outside the House of Lords.
So what? Have him done then. Hey?
So these are new BBC pictures, aerial footage. You can see again, highlighted, the silver Ford Fiesta.
We can't actually see the silver Ford Fiesta because you can't see the colour. Nor the make.
Two roads. And then down into that channel towards the house.
So?
Where it then crashes into the barrier.
Yeah? So what?
Let's just see that one more time.
No. Okay, then you see one more time. But he does the picking same, doesn't he? And somebody else does the same, or was it him behind him? He comes down here.
There's the Ford Fiesta, driven, we now know, by a man in his late 20s who's been arrested on suspicion of terrorism offences.
Why?
And originally it looked as though the Ford Fiesta was going to go round Parliament Square, then it crossed over.
Exactly. It looked as though he's lost his frigging way.
Over, didn't it? And went down that small road towards the House of Lords. June Kelly, your reaction to that?
Well, it does seem extraordinary because...
See, these vans are going down and one of them does park up here. There's no police officers vaunting this pigging railing. There's no media van set up. Yet when the guy is sitting in here and the police approach, there's media vans and there's police... Oh, he simply had an accident, ladies and gentlemen. That is so pigging clear. He's not a frigging terrorist. He's not terrorised this building. How the hell you terrorise a building, I don't know. You can terrorise children. You can't terrorise adults. Anyhow, he just had a simple pigging accident. And the media have defamed the man. And the officers have committed crimes hand over pig in fist. Now then, if it were I in that car or you in that car, what would be the honest thing to do? Sue the bastards. Sue them. I'm going to piggin sue you, officer, and I'm going to sue the chief constable. I'm going to sue this piggin authority, and I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to take these buggering media, the Fox News and CBS, BBC News and all the piggin messaging. I'm going to take each and every individual one of you, the Guardian newspaper and all the rest, to court for substantial damages for defamation. How dare you call me a terrorist? I'm simply driving past the Houses of Parliament. You see the shit street the media is now in, if this was a real event, and the police are in, and Parliament would just go ape. What the buggering hell's going on here? So now, any time a vehicle goes past Parliament or any other official government building and has a crash, that person is going to be surrounded by armed police officers shoving guns into your pissing face and saying you're a terrorist, and the media saying you're a terrorist. So then we could be quibs in, because that's exactly what's happened here. What wickedness, what absolute wickedness to this poor man in this real event. For those of you that believe it is a real event, what wickedness. You should stand with us. You should demand a public inquiry. And if you were a solicitor, you should be down there and you should be supporting this man to take action against the police. Wrongful arrest, assault and battery, intimidation. Gross misconduct in public office. Gross negligence in the civil case. And to take lawsuits out against the press and the media, the TV. You'd be down there, you'd make your name and you'd make your money. No win, no fee. By heck, man, you'd retire. It's a slam dunk. The case is a slam dunk. Present this to a court and the court would say, right, we find, according to this footage and according to the other footage, the police authority, gross misconduct in public office, intimidation, blah, 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 blah. You must pay the complainant X amount of money. Next. Oh, it's in. All right, I see. It's Fox News, right? Have you settled on a sum to pay the complainant, the litigant? Well, you better do so. You piggins defame them. Next, BBC. What about you? ITV. What about you? Fox. Oh, sure again. And so on and so forth. This, if it's a real event, must go to court. Also, racism, because the fellow was dark-skinned. The racist branch in the United Kingdom, like any other country, would be up in arms saying, no, that's racism, he shouldn't be called a terrorist, look at the footage, he's not a terrorist, he's passing Parliament, he's not doing anything to Parliament, he's just a person who's got pigging lost, he's going past Parliament. You're racist, this is a racist police force and a racist media. Just because he's dark-skinned, you're calling him a terrorist. Are they going to get on board? No. They should. Because this is a real event, isn't it? As I say, this footage, if you take it as a real event, all those things should come into play because they're normal to a real event. Okay? So watch what follows through. Now, if you can't be bothered, which most people can't be bothered, they just take this event as real and then pass on. They don't follow it through. They've no time. It's just basically laziness. with some people, their lifestyles are too busy, but generally it's just laziness. Because basically, it's like drinking a soft drink. You've drank it, chuck it away. I'll get on to the next one at some stage. It's a consumer society that consumes things for one moment of pleasure, and then that's it. That's all it is. And it's ended just like ISIS. Ask anybody. Go on, ask them. Go around and ask them. Have you heard of ISIS lately? And they go, oh, yeah, where is ISIS? But you've been following it for 2 years, and all of a sudden you've forgotten about it. That's how it is. We'll come to the second part. How it is the other way, if it is faked, then the police and the media and government are up shit street.